Hey, how's it going?
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Doing well. Have
Is everything
things?
all the prep is happening for Global Game Jam?
Yeah, it's going well so far. We've had a lot of good sessions. Looking forward to yours with Big Bang.
Sure.
Yeah. Uh, Thanks everybody for tuning in today. GGJ Prep Week, Day One. Getting ready to have a session with one of our headline sponsors here, Big Bang, who's back again for the second year in a row. We're super excited and happy to have them with us, and they're going to show you what you can do with Big Bang during Global Game Jam and beyond. So that's
Yep.
all yours.
Awesome. Thanks, Tim. Yeah. So just to do some quick introductions, my name is Robert Anderberg. I'm known as Bobby D on the Big Bang Discord. And today I'm just going to talk a little bit about making games, breaking games, the kind of things you can do with Big Bang, why you might want to use it for Global Game Jam, what it's good at, what it's not so good at. And yeah, that's it. So in the background here, this is a live game that we've built. I'm going to do some more things. But yeah, I thought that, maybe just to kick off the stream, I could use my ukulele and sing you a little song. This song I made up 5 minutes ago, and it's just about Global Game Jam. So let's go to the tune of a song you might know. Global Game Jam, come on, grab your friends. We're gonna make some good old games with Big Bang and Rob the Human. We're gonna make some games. It's Big Bang. Look at that! What a nice little start. So let me put down my little ukulele. I didn't think about this aspect of it. Where should it go? It's coming down here. Okay, so I've said this word Big Bang, which probably doesn't mean anything, a few times, but what actually is it? Well, Big Bang is a video game creation platform where you can make your own stuff. You can use things other people have made, and you can make games and share them with your friends. You can make games with friends in multiplayer. And what I like about this little game that's running in the background is you might not be able to see it, but my game character is actually in here, and we can go and have a look. So let's stop this game. Just zoom in for a second, and you can see that all of the different individual parts to this game are made out of separate entities, which are voxel objects. And we can take any of these things and we can move them around and we can recompose stuff. So we can spin this stuff around. We can grab this like this. And then, as we're going, we can jump in and play it, right? See what it feels like. And, I think that one of the really nice things about the platform is that it all runs in a browser. So you don't need to install something. So often, when I want to build something new, I'll just go, over here and find something that I've already made. So let's jump into a more playable version of this game we've just made. And as you can see, it loads super fast. I think that's also something that I really always like to make sure is the case, simply because, I think there's a lot of times that you want to do something creative, but it never really happens. And I think, a lot of that is down to the time it takes between thinking of an idea and like actually doing the idea. So today I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to build a game. I'm just going to show you all of the different bits and pieces that we've got. I'm going to do a tour through some games, some things that I like, some different experiences, and then kind of show you a couple of things on the way. The audience for this, is people who've built games before, but also if you've never made a game before and you just want to jump in and do something, there's a lot that you can do too. So yeah, that's how it's going to go. Let's see. So here, I'm taking a piece of this thing that's called Octo Temple, and I'm just doing a little bit of playing around with it. I'm just going to make some steps for myself. And then as soon as we've done that, we can run around in the editor and see how it feels, and we can actually change it in the editor here while we're playing. And all of that will get remembered and saved. And, we can also jump back and see what it would look like without the editor, just playing the game. So this is kind of fun. So far, we're just building very simple things. So far, we're just like, there's no logic here. We're just messing around. And one of the things I really like, and one of the kind of main aspects of this, editor is that you can scale things, So if we want another platform, instead of having to make another object and make more voxels and stuff, we can just scale this guy up. There you go. See? And then that means that you can reuse a lot of these pieces in lots of ways. Let's see how that works. I'm going to jump back to the editor camera. Jump up here. Now, in the preparation for this stream, I didn't fully think about where it's streaming. I think it's going out to YouTube and to Twitch. So I should probably, so the other thing I should mention is I'm not a streamer. I have no streaming experience, as you probably have already realized. So please be kind and gentle. And I'm going to go and find the Twitch stream, see if I think actually I can ask somebody to post it to me. Chris, if you can hear me, please be my savior and post me a link to where the streams are happening, or send me questions. So yeah, so Big Bang is a platform that lets me make and play games in a web browser. It works on mobile, so it works on Android and iOS. It also works on desktop devices. Works best in Chromium-based browsers, but that's just because Chrome is generally faster to run code. So yeah, so what can we do now? Well, we made this thing. It was quite simple. But if we want to add some logic to it, well, there's a few things that we can do. The first thing that we can do is just grab some scripts that people have already written and just throw it on there. And now we've got a super fast spinny thing. But it's spinning, I would say that's spinning way too quickly for something to be fun. So we can just slow this right down with a slider. And that looks a lot better. We can change this number. Here you go. Chris is coming through, sending me all of the stuff. I don't know. Is that a good speed? Maybe 8 is a good speed. Maybe 10 is a good speed. I think that's a good speed. So let's go and play from the player camera again. Now we've got ourselves a rotating thing. And by default, the player will stick to this thing and move around with it. So we can create quite a lot by just doing very simple things here. Okay, now I've got my links. I can see if there are any questions or thoughts people might have. This stream's going to be quite relaxed and fun. That's what I'm going for. So if you're looking for high energy, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Global Game Jam. Okay, now I can see it. Okay. So now I can see the Global Game Jam chat. You can see if there's anybody in here wants to ask questions. Yeah, so if you want to ask questions, I'm new to streaming, like I said, but feel free to put them in the Twitch chat. There you go, chill vibes. Yeah. So I didn't get any. I didn't see what the response to my ukulele playing was. Hopefully it was. Hopefully that's a good way to start. I don't know. I like to add a little bit of music. Yeah. So we've got some really simple things happening here, and let's see what else we can do. So we've also got this thing called templates. They're also called prefabs in other game engines like Unity. Just chuck some stuff on here like this. These are little jump pads. We've got lots of other bits and pieces of fun stuff in here. Like a checkpoint. That sounds like a good thing to put in here at some point. So I'm going to go back to the player cam. Let's start the game as if we had started from scratch. So this is what it would look like. I'm going to jump up here. Boing. Boing. Boink. Yeah. Seems pretty fun. So yeah, you can create stuff by just dragging things in. You know, this kind of template library is available for everyone. So you can go and look in here and browse stuff. I've also got this other Jeep thing. And what else have we got here? Loads of different things. Shrink drink and a grow cake. Yeah, that's another fun thing, right? So like I was saying earlier, scaling is a really simple thing, but you know, we can make our character bigger or smaller, maybe too big, like this. I'm gonna be terrible at keeping up with this chat, by the way, so let me just, please bear with me. Yeah, and so you can, let's have a look. Feral Bob. People waving. Oh, yeah. Haven't seen you for a while, Feral Bob. What a great name. That is your name, isn't it? Feral Bob? Yeah. I'm a Zergling. I hate too much. How about you? Okay, yeah. So there's no questions so far. That's good. So, you know, you might be thinking, well, how far can I go with this? Like, what can I make? And that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I'm going to jump back out here. So when I threw this script on earlier, you know, I grabbed spin and I put it on. Like, one thing that's interesting is that we can click this little pencil icon here and we can just see the code, you know, and what we can do is, here's a version that I made earlier, that's my own, mine. And then in here, you know, this has got a slider that is kind of like a nicer feel to it. And then we can just change this code. So the platform uses TypeScript as its scripting language. And then the code editor here is the code editor from Visual Studio Code. If you've used that at all, this will be very familiar to you. So I'm going to move my little spinny guy over to the right. And then we can just edit this code. So if we wanted to go just to experiment with things, we can change it in here. And then this is a full TypeScript editor. So, you know, all of the stuff that's in VS Code is in here. So yeah, you can write very simple things like this, or you can write much more complex stuff. And then in terms of the way games are made, everything in the game is just an entity. You know, that's our name for like a thing in the game that has it's kind of got a position, etc. So if we click on the player, there's no difference between the player and anything else. And the player has, you know, everything that we've written. I mean, obviously, a player controller is usually quite complex in a game. So everything that we've created for our player, for example, this player can do emotes like this. You know, it can move around. It can. It has like some camera logic so that the camera doesn't clip through things like this. He says as it clips through some things. All of this code about how the player actually moves and interacts with things is visible on the player character. And you can see all of these scripts that we've written. And so you can go in here and see how they work. The player itself is obviously a bit more complex than a kind of a thing that's spinning around, but you can take the speed of the character and change that around. Now we've got a fast character. And then you can go and look at this code. And obviously there's a lot more code here. Anyone who's made a game before realizes that you tend to accumulate stuff in your player controller. So we are no different, but it's all available for you to see. So my point there is everything that's in a game is the same. There's no difference. The only difference is that the player entity comes from a template, and the template is spawned when the game starts. So you can say in here, like, here's the default player template. You can pick a different thing in here. So yeah, so that's a really quick tour of the basic. Oh, now I've got a super fast character. The basics of this. But there is another aspect that I want to show really quickly. So what I'm going to do is copy this link. And when I press this share button up here in the top corner, it says, share this link with your friends to invite them to this game. And what might not be 100% obvious is that what that's doing is creating a multiplayer link. And then when we share it, people can jump in and directly join this game. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Verify your email in settings to join in with the Global Game Jam chat. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm going to paste this to my friend Chris. And they're going to put it in the chat. Here you go. And then anybody who's in the chat right now can just jump in. And if you have an account, you'll be able to edit along with me. And if you don't have an account, you can join as a guest. You don't need an account to be able to play a game or jump into a game. So hopefully that, I think DMM can't post either. Do we know? Can we get a link in the chat? How does it work? Maybe I'll put it over here. Here you go. I'm going to put it in this other thing that we're using and see if it turns up in the chat. Doobity-doop, there you go. Okay, well, we've got one friendo in here, so that's good. So, Chris clicked this link. Now he's in here, and we can edit together, right? So that's really fun. So, Chris can start putting stuff in. He can grab things. And when he starts doing stuff, you'll see that we kind of draw a line from the thing that he's clicking on. So there you go. Look, we've got some other people turning up. So yeah, if people, there you go, he's adding some stuff. So you can see, like, we got a whole bunch of people here turning up. And one of the things that I really like is just making stuff. I think, especially when, in the context of like a game jam, I think there's a huge amount of emphasis, often put on like creating final games or like making the next big thing. I actually think there's a huge amount of joy just in creation itself. And so, when we go and just like jump in here, hang out as a group, and people start just making stuff, then I think there's a lot of fun to be had, right? So I always like to put a little house in. Oh yeah, I got to search everything, not just my things. Basic snowy house, I don't know about that. House of straw, do I want a complicated house? Oh, too many decisions. Let's see, maybe somebody else knows, maybe somebody else watching the stream knows a good house to add. I don't know, I don't want to get it wrong. I don't think this one's got a door, no. So all of these things here along the bottom that you're seeing, this is like every object people have ever made in Big Bang. And they, when you make something in Big Bang, you can decide whether or not you want to allow other people to use it. So if you wanted to make something and just have it in your games, it's totally fine. If you want to make something and allow other people to use it, that's totally fine. And if you want to make something and let other people edit it and make their own versions of it, that's totally fine too. So yeah, I think, yeah, wow. Somebody, so then, people have built things. So we can see this right here. Let me just jump to this. Yeah. How do I do this? I know what I'm doing. So people have built some things in the community. I believe that this was made by Scooter D, one of our old school builders who's in our Discord. And, I think just there's no way, well, I don't think there's no way I could build this if I spent, 10 years learning how to do art. But today, there's no way that I could build this. And so the ability for me as a programmer who's, mainly spent my career doing gameplay programming, to be able to put something like this in a game, that's really kind of fantastic for me. And the idea that you can just bash something together very quickly is hugely appealing. So yeah, we can see people have brought some other stuff in here. I still didn't get my cozy building, but rating chat, isn't that part of being a streamer? You've got to call chat out for things. Chat, put a house in here. See, I'm a good streamer. Maybe I should just find. There is actually a building. I know. It's because maybe I should be searching for building. Town hall. There's this wooden encampment thing. This thing's huge as well. We can all get in here. It's too small. Okay, I'm going to jump to the player camera so I can see what it feels like, and we can see it's too small. So let's grab it and make it bigger. Sync here. Whoop. Whoop. Is it big enough yet? Sync. Yes, now it's big enough. Okay. I think we should make it a bit bigger. The doorway feels too small still. Okay, so now we can jump in here. Whoop. Get in here. Oh, the ceiling's a bit low still. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Here we go. Let's grab it again. Whoop. Zoom out. Better move it back a bit as well because I don't think it's a bit weird that it's right here. I'm going to put it down here. There you go. That's much better. Okay, so let's go along. Everyone got a bit bigger who was in the house as well. Oh, well, we scaled them. Let's go upstairs. What's upstairs in this place? Yeah. DMM's upstairs. There's some holes in the wall here, though. Look at this. It seems like this place has fallen on hard times. Oh, we're gonna get some lights in here. I feel like this map doesn't have static shadows enabled. Let me go and see. Where is the... I'm going to look at the complicated settings about static shadows. Maybe it's in this thing now. Oh, this is fascinating streaming. I'm going to stop doing that. Okay, so now, yeah, there's people putting some particle systems in here. Oh, look, it's turning into fire as I live and breathe. Okay, let me see. I'm on a Mac. How does Safari on an M1 handle it? Handles fine. Yeah, Safari is actually really fast. JavaScript core, which is the JavaScript virtual machine in Safari, is really fast and is very comparable to V8, which is in Chrome and Chromium browsers. The only thing I think in Safari is sometimes Safari itself lags behind a little bit in terms of its web features, but yeah, it's totally fine. And I think the best thing to do is just start doing it. Let's see more questions. What's up? DBB's awesome, says Jump Toast. Thank you very much, Jump Toast. I remember you fondly from last year when you were trying to make a game valiantly, but the player kept getting deleted because it was deleting parented objects. Yeah, I remember that. How are you managing that user-generated content, avoiding the MTTP? I don't know what MTTP is, so maybe I do know what it is. It's probably not appropriate for the stream. Yeah, I mean, managing user-generated content, I think, is a huge topic, and it's probably not something we can cover on the stream. But I think fundamentally, there's nothing that you can do apart from look at what's being built and have reporting tools. And sometimes somebody might make something a bit offensive, and that's kind of going to happen. But yeah, if somebody knows where the static shadow settings are these days, go and press that button for me. Oh, what's happening? There's a dragon. OMG. Check this out. It's happening. Yeah, so I mean, like I was saying before, is this a game? I don't know. I mean, it's just a space that we're making. It's got a whole bunch of random stuff in it at the moment. Look at that. A global game jam. And our little doodle friend. Is this this is going to change when I bump into it? or 11. I don't know what's going on here. Who's doing this? Lullabus. Lullabus is making some kind of terrifying fire forge. I feel like it should damage you. Maybe not. I'm rather ancient. Look at this person. Got a little owl on their shoulder. Very nice. Wizarding. I think this wizard is the wizard of this tower. I think the other thing is, one thing that's really nice about voxels and building with voxels, especially at multiple resolutions like this, is that some of these objects here, right, are super complicated. Like this thing here is super busy. Same with the Apollo thing. But then the wizard tower is really simple. And I think what that does is it means that, you can build something that's really simple and use it. You don't need to be, really, really complex artist. Hey, look, somebody fixed the shadows. Whee! Okay, look at that. You see, this is how I want to do game development. I want to do game development just saying things, like shouting into the ether, and then other people do it. Now look inside here, the shadows are fixed. Hey, look, and we got this fire, a beautiful little particle system and some logs. Look at this. What's Lily doing? He's making some. Oh no, DM Digital Monkey Master there's some shenanigans afoot. But yeah, don't scale me. I'm the presenter. Ceiling's a bit low still, but I think maybe it's like a medieval. I don't know if you've ever been to a medieval house in the UK or anything, but it's always super low. I suppose because people were a lot shorter. I suppose. Somebody find out the average height for somebody in the 1600s. Is chat doing my bidding? Look at this. There's a little, and so what's fun is this little thing here, right? This little ship. Oh, let me get in the editor. Ooh, I'm gonna bash through the wall like a god of wall. Oh man, I'm sorry. For anybody who's watching the stream, I'm going to apologize right now for my puns. It's gonna be 2 hours of wall-to-wall puns. Yeah. So, I can take this thing, right? This little ornament that's on the table, and let's go place it on the ground outside. And then we'll discover that, in fact, this thing can be scaled up, and we can go and sail the merry seas. Let's have a look. There was a TV show when I was a kid called Sport Billy, and he had an amazing bag, and in his amazing bag, he could put anything of any scale. Sometimes I feel a bit like Sport Billy when I'm making games in Big Bang, because I'm just like, take this tiny little object, and now look at it. Oh man. But it really needs a sea to sail on. We need to make a sea for our. We need a gangplank. We need a plank to get onto it. How are we going to get onto it even? Oh, the sea is happening. Look at this. Oh man, this is the future of game development in the sense that I just say stuff. People just make it. But I want that sea. I want that flippy floppy sea. Like I want a rotatey. I don't want this. Who's making this sea? I'm complaining. Not only am I demanding everybody build stuff, I'm also complaining. Who's making it? Summer. Okay. Summer's now giving up because I'm complaining about it. Okay, there's a field of wheat, a scarecrow. Oh, look at this. If we build it, they will come. If we build it, they will come. That's our company motto. Not really. Oh, look, a ladder is happening. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Captain Bobby D. Sailing the seas. I need a pirate hat now. Is there a pirate hat in the is there a pirate hat in the templates? Come on, somebody must have made a pirate hat. Yes, there is. Okay, let me jump back to player cam, pirate hat time. Gonna put the pirate hat here. Yar, me hearties. Oh, well, it's kind of in my face, but you know, I'm a robot anyway, so I don't think I really mind. I don't see using my eyes. I've only got eyes there to make other people feel more comfortable with me. Yar, me hearties. Right, I'm going to survey the land. What is happening? Oh, what is happening underneath here? I'd like to tell you that we planned this, but we didn't plan this in any way, shape, or form. Yar. But now I need a jump. I need a jump pad or something. I'm keeping my ship in a pond that I built in the yard. Okay, I'm going to put a little jump pad down here so we can get back up. Boing. And again, if you want to join it, if you want to come and join what we're doing here, you can. You can click the link in chat, in Twitch chat, and just jump straight in. So, Feral Bob, instead of saying "Does it work?" just click the link. Click the link, bro. Click the link. How do I get this hat off? Is there a hat off thingamajig? Surely there is. Hat. Pick up trash. Does anyone know how to get hats off your head? How hard can it be? It's probably this thing. Let's try. Wink. Nope, it's not that thing. What's this here? Is this a it's a monkey. It's a pirate monkey. I mean, that seems perfect for this. Oh, it's a bit too scary. It's the same size as me. Oh dear. Sink. I think it needs to be smaller. Sink. I don't feel comfortable having a 10-foot high monkey as part of the crew here. Yeah, I just feeling somewhat inferior. Right, let's go back and see if I can get rid of this hat. Hat time. Get rid of a hat. I'd probably just put a different hat on. Wearable cosmetic. It's a good name for a thing, isn't it? Alarm hat. Somebody's probably telling me, somebody's probably screaming at the screen right now saying, "No, you idiot. Jump boost checkpoint." Yeah. Oh, we need a plank to walk. So anybody who comes up here, there's Heather. We need a plank to walk, I believe. Let's go and find it. We've got some guns, but we haven't got a plank. I'm going to make Heather walk the plank. The plank. Plank time. What is the plank constant? Plank. A wooden plank. Castle, wooden plank, wood planks. Now you see Heather's bringing the dragons. I'm not so sure that is this plank. This looks more like a build, like a construction site plank. Castle. This could work. This thing. What else we got? Well, that plank's the wrong way around. I'm not using that plank. Wood planks. This looks more like a bar of chocolate. Okay, so I'm gonna just scale this geezer up. Burp. We've actually got a few different tools here. We've got this like super simple tool that helps you just drag stuff around. It's really nice to start with, but sometimes you want a bit more control. So we've got some other tools here, like a traditional axis tool. So if you want to just do that, that can be easier. Same with rotation. Hey, look, we've got a guest. Welcome, guest. We're about to make you walk the plank. How wide is a plank that you have to walk? I don't know. Okay, so what's going to happen when you walk the plank? There's got to be a shock, I think. No? And that's what's happening down here. Look, someone's got a Jeep. I was not brave enough to spawn a Jeep, but yeah. Yeah, and so, you can click this guy and you can... yeah, there's two people in it. What are they doing? Let's go and have a look. And so this thing is stop. I command you, as Lord of the Stream, I command you to stop. Okay, So there's like a 6-second delay. I know everything about streaming. Yeah, so you can click this under here, and then this is showing you the code for this car. We've got Jeep seats. This is where the people are in. It's got the spatialized audio hack because we are yet to ship proper spatialized audio. That's soon. But in here, you can see all the code for the car and how it works. So everything that's controlling the physics for this vehicle is available to you. But you also just don't need to know that at all, right? You know, if you just want to play, that's cool. Okay, I will now allow you to continue your jeeping. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Crow's Nest. I see no ships. See no ships. Okay. We've also got some other stuff in here. Like, you know, if you're more used to game development, you can hit F9 and you can get a whole bunch of stats about what's happening. So, you know, you can tell how much time your scripts are taking if your game is running slow and find out the answers to that. Or you can see if it's something in the engine over here on the right. Oh, you know, that's like a noob streamer move, isn't it? To put yourself on top of the thing. Let's see if I know what I'm doing. I move this over here. Sure. Let's see it. Okay. So yeah, you can see these stats. It's probably the resolution's probably not great, but you can hit F9. It's got a simple script profiler in there, which lets you see your own scripts that you've written and the amount of time that each one of them are taking. It's also going to show you some engine stats. It's going to show you some stuff about the total number of entities you've got in a game. And then some networking stuff. You know, we're getting 24 messages a second right now from all of these people who are hanging out. Yeah. Syncs in there. Heather, Bradley. Yeah, I feel like there's got to be, well, this, yeah. Oh, look, what's happening here? Is this, oh, it's like a Loch Ness monster. There is another Loch Ness monster that I think it's called Nessie. Let me go and find it. If anybody wants to ask any questions or do anything in particular, by the way, let me know. But I'm basically just messing around doing what we do all the time in .Big Bang. Is it called Nessie? Nessie? What was called Nessie? Nessie. Because it's Scottish, isn't it? There you go. Check this out. Burp. It's going to live in the water here. Let's just sink it in slightly. Burp, burp, burp. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. You can see it just under the water because it's transparent. I'm learning new things along with everybody else. Okay, well, so, you know, we've got a little world going on here. We've got, let's just recap. We've got Captain Bobby D's pirate ship here with first mate, the first mate that is some kind of pirate monkey. Although it does seem that anybody can be the captain of this ship because you can just come and get the thing here. Captain's hat. We've got some kind of vertical parkouring happening here. Oh, we've got a little, I don't know what this, let's go and see what this, let's see what this NPC is saying. Pirate Dragon, swab the deck. Oh, look at that. A little thing. But I don't know, I don't really understand. Is this person instructing me to swap the deck? I don't really know. I think for this game, I would like the game camera to be closer. I think that the game camera is too far away and it's hitting too much stuff. So I am going to go and find the game camera by pressing the search button and typing in camera. And there's lots of people in here with cameras on them. But my camera is this one. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And I'm going to go and find maximum distance. I'm going to push it in, whoop, like this. And then when anyone plays my game from now on, I'm going to have a much closer feed. See, I like that. And, you know, just because I can, I'm going to select this hat and delete it. If in doubt, use the editor. So Pete, I think Pete's instructing me to swap the deck. So I don't know. And also, if we go down here in the hold, we do seem to have a problem. There is a problem. Oh, there's another problem with this ship. There seems to be a hole in the back. I'm not sure what the design concept was here, but that doesn't seem great for a seafaring ship. We need some bilge pumps. We need some bilge pumps. I don't really understand. Is this just a carpet? I think it's just a carpet. Some bilge pumps. Now over here, we're getting a bit surreal. Now over here, the popsicles demand an offering. Look at that. I'm going to offer you sync. Okay. One of the things that's a little bit silly that in our editor, which maybe we should have stopped this happening, right? Is that I can take sync and I can move them around. So let's stand still. I'm going to make you an offering. I'm going to make you an offering. You can't refuse. Stand still. Okay. You're going to become the offering. Yeah. Oh, and look down here. We've got some like sonic trees. Is that green hills? Sonic green hills. Riveting content. Okay, so we got the building and the forge we wanted. That's looking nice. I'm going to go into all but cam. We've got a little all but cam here that works with the Mac touchpad and Windows touchpad, so you can just easily kind of navigate your way around the scene. And one of the things I do a lot is just hit F on things. That's going to mean that it's going to frame the thing that you're doing, and that's a really fast way to kind of navigate around the scene, just review what you've done. So yeah, we've got so much stuff in here. Got a dragon. And then each of these things that we're using here, this is just the public version of .bigbang.com. If you want to use this, you can just go to .bigbang.com. Obviously, we've got people who are already jumping in as guests, which means they're already coming to the website. In order to create, you do need to sign up. We have a plan to remove that restriction in the future. Okay, and this is another example, right, of scale. Like, it's super cute that we've got this little house and these little birds are just chilling out here on top of the pillar, having a nice time. Yeah, so I think we've kind of seen how you can, quickly just put a whole bunch of stuff together, make some ideas, have people start building a space. And it's really quick and fun to do so. Just gonna grab my my hoodie because I'm slightly chilly. And then I'm going to show you some other bits and pieces. So I think another thing about, building something, like when you want to all work together, like how do you get, I think it's pretty obvious here, like you can combine all of these different art assets together. We've got all this stuff going on, but how do you combine code? And one of the things that we have that I think is just really great is that we've got this event system. So wait a second, is this oh, it is killing you. Oh dear. I'm going to get distracted every 3 seconds, so if anybody is interested in any of the things I'm talking about, feel free to remind me in chat. What's happening here? Yeah, so one of the things you can do in code is you can send events, and an event is just a named thing, and it will try and find a function on the entity you're sending it to. So it'll look on all the scripts on the entity you're sending it to, and it will look in all of those scripts and see if they have a function with the name, and then it will pass the thing to it. And that's good because it means that you can now write stuff that collaborates without having to either of those two things to know about each other. Obviously, they have to know the name. And we've also got this idea of sending events to tags. So you can tag things in the game. We can go and look in here. And this is tagged with player. And this is a player health change listener. So anytime anything sends an event to player health change, this script can pick it up and do something with it. And that means that, anything in the world now can damage you or, create damage on the player. And the script on the player doesn't need to have to know anything about that. So that's a nice way to kind of compose things together, and also to use, to reuse things that other people have used without having to first, without having to have knowledge of each of those things. So should be able to find it in here. Yeah, there you go. So this is sending an event, sending a damage event, and then that damage event is being picked up by the player script, and then it's damaging me. Games aren't all about damaging things, and I think sometimes we focus too much on making games where everyone's shooting everything. Let's get straight out of here. I'm gonna respawn out of here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Is this? Oh, okay. Heather's giving me a magical potion that adds health back. So now I can get rid of that heart UI that I had. See how helpful these people are. Okay. Let's go back here and have a look at this. Hurt over time. So it's the same thing, right? But it's hurt over time opposite -20. So you can look in the script, right? And you can like read the code and change the code and make your own versions of it. But you can also just use these things, right? So this one is adding 20 health every 3 seconds. And sorry, this one is taking away 20 health every 3 seconds. And this one is adding health because this Heather's just set this to a negative value. So yeah, that is super fun. Okay, well, I feel like we might want to go and tour some other places, to go to distant lands. What's happening? Heather is making a conveyor belt. I don't understand. Well, maybe it's something to do with the farm. Oh, look at this tractor. I've never seen this before. Who made this tractor? This is so cool. I don't understand how it works, though. Find out. I can find out who made the tractor. Tractor. Surely it's called Tractor. Red Tractor by Digital Monkey Master. Look at that. That is an epic tractor. It's so detailed. Look at all the mud on the wheels. That's so cool. And the lights are flashing. Some frames in there. What's happening? Everything's going. Look at that. All the levers. It has no pollution though, so that's good. It's a zero pollution tractor. Yeah. All happening down on the farm. Bradley's now made this crazy conveyor. Well, look now, purely within this virtual world, I can get my steps in. I don't think it counts though. Check it out. Oh, life is just a conveyor belt. Making games is just a grind. What does this mean? I wonder what the theme's going to be this year. Maybe it's going to be like endless or infinity or time or something. We've already done it. Check it out. I never feel like I'm getting anywhere. Okay. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this whole thingamajig. And I'm going to save it as GGJ 2023. Save as, boom. Is it going to work? I don't know. Maybe I blew it up. Let's find out. Oh, it did work. We're back. But I think we're back in single player, which is okay. Okay, so next up, I wanted to go and do, oh, hello. Wait a minute. Look, I got a fine puppy friend. Come with me, puppy friend. I'm gonna go look at some other games. Okay, so let me just quickly save this. I'm going to jump back. Yeah, so I think we covered quite a lot in there. You know, you can make games, you can throw stuff together and just kit bash things. You can kit bash both just simple objects. You can scale things up and down, which is really helpful. Like if you want to make something small and simple and then scale it up. Like this wizard tower is, you know, there's not that many blocks in it. And when you get up close, you can see that the blocks are pretty huge, the voxels. And then we have other things like this building, which are, you know, much more complicated. So yeah, you've got the option to build at any resolution you want. You can combine things. We've shown that when you hit edit here, you've got a whole bunch of stuff along the bottom, like a palette. And all of these things are available to use to throw in there. Templates are kind of things that have some scripts and some logic to do with to do things. And like I was saying earlier, everything in .Big Bang is kind of open for you to look at. So if you wanted to see like, how does this launchpad work? Well, you can just open it up and dig around in the code and make your own version. So there's no like magical things. The idea is that you can look at everything. We've seen that you can add scripts to things. We've seen that you can throw objects in there. And then we've seen that you've got this TypeScript, VS Code's TypeScript editor. That if we go and look at that simple script I made, it's probably the best one to illustrate the point. You can go and just hit this. We've got this inline TypeScript editor that we looked at, and that is live. So we can like just multiply this number and see it changing in real time. And then every edit that we make while the game is running stays. So there's no need to like write down values and copy things across. That's just instant. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page and I'm going to just look at some other games. Sometimes people ask about save games and things like that. So I'm going to just show you this game I made. Yeah, so this is a little game. Obviously, there's not much in it. And this person's giving us some directions. Whatever you do, don't step in that lava there. Next one. No, seriously, don't go in there. Well, I mean, you know, I think whenever somebody gives you a direction like that, it's always good to, you know, find out. I think we should find out for ourselves. So, if let's do this. If anyone thinks we should jump in the lava, put a plus in the chat, +1, thumbs up, something like that. They think that we should be very sensible and avoid the lava, as these very helpful people are advising us to do. You put a minus in the chat. Something of that nature. +2. Okay. Well, so far we're at +3 for finding out. Let's find out what happens when we go in here. I don't know. I feel like we should make it more spectacular, though. Like we should come from a greater height. Need to see if I can just quickly. Let's do something. Platform. Look for a platform. Oh, the classic grass platform. Let's go for a square aesthetic. Okay, I'm going to make it move up and down. Move up and down. Here it is. Okay, because I feel like I need to like make this feel quite epic and spectacular. I'm going to go and take a high dive into the lava. Okay, well, literally nobody has said -1 so far, so I'm not really sure that everybody has my best interests at heart, to be honest. I think, perhaps, these people are wishing me harm. But let's find out. Okay, on 3, 2. Okay, ready? It's happening. On 3. Oh. Well, we found out. This arcade machine seems to be called Permadeath 2 Turbo. So, as I was saying, some people were talking about save games, so let's reload this game and see what happens. Oh. Well, it turns out this game is only a game you can ever play once, and you can never again get back to the start. So, again, maybe that's we can add that to our philosophical set of things we've discussed today. Okay, that's a fun one. So yeah, you've got per game save data API. It's super simple. You can just put some JSON in it and then get it back out again. And this game does exactly that. Let's break the illusion for a moment. Breaking the illusion. So in here, it checks for the save data. And if there is some, it checks whether or not you're dead. And otherwise, it plays the normal game. And you can see here that there is maybe a way back from purgatory. But, we made our decision, so I feel like it should be permanent. If you want to use .big bang to make games in Global Game Jam, we, the .big bang team, have a Discord, which is at .bigbang.com, so dotbigbang.com/Discord. We've got a whole bunch of channels in there to help people build stuff, and we've got the people who made this platform, so the actual engine programmers plus gameplay programmers. We've also got a specific Global Game Jam channel this year. Just let me change it's too cold for me in here now, so I'm just getting a bit warmer. We've got a specific Global Game Jam channel and forums. And then some people on our team, Boo Radley and Punkarella, have made some really awesome kind of getting started content. So we've got like a whole game level. You know what? Whenever I say game, people in the chat should scream. Just show us the game. Show us the game. So what I'm going to do is go and find it. Oh, look at this Global Game Jam poster. What's going on? Global Game Jam, baseball cap white, Global Game Jam hub. Okay, let's come back to that in a minute. Too exciting. Environment examples and tips. Oh, look. Somebody has put a whole bunch of stuff on the front page about Global Game Jam. I think that somebody is the highly skilled and professional digital monkey master. This game, actually, let's take a small detour. This entire stream is going to be detours. So if you don't like side questing, time to jump off the train right now. This is a game that Chris and Ashley made together last year for last year's Global Game Jam. The Game Jam starts today. I need some coffee. Me too. I'm actually out of coffee, which is really a dire situation. Look at this cute little. I think this cute little thing here was made by Charlie. It's got Charlie's fingerprint all over it. Anyway, let's keep going. Wait, why does my kitchen look so weird? Who are you? How did I get in here? Hi there. I'm your other half. If you're here, that means things must be pretty bad out there. Yeah, I'm really stressed. I ended the global game down. It's about to start, but my team is leaving me on red. I need to finish my prototype. We can get back in time, but the only way is out is through. We can do it if we work together. Okay, I'll show you. Let's go. First, push the big statue out of the way. I'm a spirit, so I'm not strong enough to push anything. Well, neither am I. That thing is huge. Just try. You'd be surprised what you're capable of. Okay. Burp. Wow. Super strength. See, that was easy enough. You see those green platforms? Those are spirit surfaces. Only I can interact with them. If you press Q, you can switch to control me. We'll have to work together to get out of this room. Okay, so this person is a spirit and can go on spirity things, and these are solid for this person, but they're not solid for this person. I get it. I'm a professional gamer. I can do it. Oh, wait a minute. There's a gap. Okay, Q to switch characters. If I can't do this level, this is probably hand in my gamer gun and gamer badge. Okay, done. Simple, easy. Problem opens the door. Yeah, so this is a game that Ashley and Chris made last year. I super love it. It's really fun. It's really coherent. You know, I think making anything in a short period of time and making it kind of come together is tricky. And yeah, this is remixable. So if you wanted to see how this worked, any of these other games, 8,800 people played this game. 30 people commented on it. What did they say? They say they love it. I did a speed run and I beat it in 10 minutes, 21:25. Rahek says, I do not understand. Well, you know, what can I say, Rahek? I feel like the tutorial was pretty good. Puppy dog, Ashley. I barely slept. Okay. It's nice. I can't walk. Let's press E to get through the dialogue before you can move. Yeah, a bit of customer support there. I can't walk. Great art style, fun puzzles. I can't walk when I'm playing with mobile. Yeah, okay. So maybe it's a maybe there's a can't walk on mobile problem. I don't know, but it's a game jam game, so sometimes there isn't enough time for everything. That's just how it is. I'm sure that I had a point. I was sure I was making some point. Yeah, I was. I was talking about all of the cool quick start game stuff. Let's put the quick start game on the front page. That's what I think we should do. Okay, so let's look for it quick. Start. What's it called? Somebody tell me what it's called. This stream is so prepared and organized. Quick start. Not called quick start anymore. It's probably got a much better name. It's probably called examples. Example tub. Well, this player template examples and tips is really cool. It's getting remixed a lot. Look at this. I feel like Heather's beating Bradley in terms of remixes. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Look at all these remixes. Where's the first one? Where's the first one? Yeah, if I click this, it will go to the original, right? Oh, that's the Cyber Speedway. Man, there's got to be some coherence to this stream. Let's try. Boop. What was that? I wanted to see that. Yeah, I wanted to see this. It does go back to the... Oh, you've got to open this to go to the remix. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'll stop the game and test your own player templates. You first need to remix the game. The button's in the upper left. By default, the player in a game on Big Bang looks like the player's avatar. Yes, it does, right here. Has health, movement, and emotes, and can wear things like hats or guns. All of these features can be altered by making a new player template for your game. That is true. Very true. Oh, look at all this. It's like a zoo. All of these people are in jail, player jail. You know, this one is super fast. This one is a boat with a little interact thing, right? Oh, and now the boat's getting eaten by a shark. This is super fun. What does it say? I'm just a voxel object with trigger hurt script. I'm just a voxel object. Don't mind me. Oh, I didn't remix it yet. Okay. What else have we got? This boat has changes to the DBB character movement properties, as well as a custom template set in the DBB symbol health bar. The life preserver beside the cube was used to make the health bar. Yeah, so to make UI stuff in .Big Bang, like user interface items, you just make voxel objects. You don't need to make special things, and then you can use those. So you can see that one there, and it just gets squashed down, right? So we can see this this health bar on the boat is exactly the same voxel object as this thing down here. Very cool. The particles that play when the player dies or respawns can also be altered. If you stop the game, you can see the two emitters here. Okay, I'm going to need my own version of this. But I need to go and find it. What was it called? I've forgotten already. It's called Player Template Examples and Tips. But why does that remix button not go to the original? That's what I want to know. We should make that happen. Okay, here we go. Remixes. I want to go to the original. Here it is. I'm going to make a remix of this. So to remix a game that you have permission to remix, you just hit this button in the top corner. I'm going to do that right now. Remix game. Boop. The author of this game allowed people to remix it. This means you can make a copy of it, change it, and maybe make it even better. Remix this game now? Question mark. Absolutely. Remixing. Remix successfully. Yeah. And that's a great way just to look inside games. Like anytime you see that remix item, you can just see, you can click it, make your own version, and instantly you're able to just look at everything and edit. Particles that play when the player dies or respawn can also be altered. If you stop the game, you can see two emitters here. The effect plays pretty quickly and then they delete themselves. Oh yeah, that's right, because this is like a little spawn effect when the player spawns. So we can do stop and play. Oop. I need to stay in this camera, right? That is, why does that happen? F this, there you go, play. I can't remember how we get it to stop jumping back to the player camera when you press play. So let's do play pause. There you go. So yeah, so these are the kind of, when you die, you get this like slightly gory, check this out, slightly gory blood effect. And when you respawn, you get this effect here. And you can change those too. You can see all of these characters spawning are actually spawning with, sorry about that, the camera went slightly crazy. All of these characters are spawning with this green effect. So change that. And then everything else about the character. Look at this. There's an egg. Notice that your movements are controlling this balloon. Oh, it's a balloon. They are also controlling all the other characters in the scene. That's right. Egg, egg, egg. I think it's an egg. There are lots of player scripts on the player by default, but you don't need to use them if they don't fit your game. This balloon has everything removed except the base movement and respawn script. Okay, let's take a look at it. Doobity-doop. What is on this? Okay, so it's got the movement, the character velocity, respawn forces, simple death, and entity visibility. Yeah, so that's way fewer things just to simplify it. That's a good one. This is exciting. What else am I going to learn? First, a set of characters have the same scripts as a default player, different template, different emotes. Oh yeah, so this is like the emote thing. So yeah, so you can emote. These have all got custom ones, and you can change these. Some festive winter ones on the right. These are all cute. I think if you stop the game, I think I spied them all over here. There you go. Look at that. These are all the little emotes that are used. And so you make these things, you can make these things separately, make your own player character, and then make it use these ones. Super cool. Okay, what are we doing for time? 1 hour 15? I feel like we're doing okay. You can use the bird's eye camera. That's the second camera along. Switch to fly cam in play mode. Switch to fly cam in play mode. Yeah, you can switch to fly cam in play mode. Let's do it. So when you're in the editor, you've got these 3 cameras. You've got the game camera. So right now we're in the editor, but we're playing the game from the player's perspective. And so we can grab things and move them around, and edit as if we're from the player's perspective. Obviously, if your game involves clicking on things and getting mouse events, then being in the editor, there's a bit of a conflict there. But for lots of kinds of games, this works great. And then we've got this edit cam. This is a fly cam you can jump to. Has normal things. You can hold shift to go faster, like this. And then we've got this orbit cam, which is kind of more like a traditional kind of 3D software camera where it orbits around the thing that you're selected on. And again, the F key frames things. So one good way of navigating your scene is just to hit F on things, click on things and hit F. There you go. These people have been, I don't know what's happened to these people. It's a bit like Ulysses 31, where they've all been like banished to some other dimension. Okay. So yeah, one thing I wanted to do was kind of look at the range of things that you can make. And I thought I could jump into this game. Let's have a look. Okay, there are 8 people in here, and I'm playing on a touchpad. So before I potentially don't win this game, I just want to let you know that I'm playing on a touchpad. So the pro move in this game is to get the shotgun and then go and find some people. There's 10 people in here now. Oh, okay, there's 1. And if you're logged into this game, if you're logged in, you get some stats here, which is kind of fun. You get to see who your nemesis is. Okay. There's also a little secret here many people don't know about. Oh, you know what? Maybe it got fixed. I don't believe it. Or maybe my frame rate's too high to do that. I'm going to go and find some other players. Maybe this person here can aided. Oh, you know what? I should have looked behind me. Hey, keep going. Yeah, this is a first-person shooter. Let's who is this? Is this Sync in this game? Did I get killed by Sync? I don't think so. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm being like hunted through various games by Sync. So this is a game. Let's go and look at the simple version of this. All the games that I showed so far were third person, but there's no reason why that should be the case. So this is a first person example. We're actually making a more remixable version of this for Global Game Jam, so that'll be out for that. I'm going to find this thing called Game Manager, which has a bunch of code on it that runs the game, unsurprisingly. And in Game Manager, I think we can turn on... Oh, you know what? It's already running the game. Don't need to do this. Yeah, so, in this game, it's the same setup as we had before. So let's find the player. I'm going to look for actually a tag. Only a tag. Player. Here you go. So yeah, we're going to, this is the same type of thing, only as you can see now, there is no actual physical player character. And the camera is, instead of being behind the player, is now the player's head. So that's like this. And, a lot of the other stuff that's on the third-person player controller is also on this one. So when we select it, we can see that it has a whole bunch of stuff on it, just like the other one. But yeah, this is the same thing. The editing works the same way. We can jump out and see this level and set the whole thing up and then run around with it and play immediately. It's got some fun chain exploding barrels. Go and have a look up here. This. Can we get the rocket launcher? Yeah. Immediately, I feel like the person who built this, Charlie, was like immediately dashing our hopes because to give us this submachine gun as soon as we get the good gun. Yeah, you can make this kind of game. We've got this vehicle that you saw earlier, which is also a template that's you can go and look at how that works. So this person says, hey, run up to that parking sign over there, press interact, then do the same on the Jeep. Boop. It chonked into existence. So now I'm in my my radical Jeep. I can drive up this hill. You may notice, if you're observant, that this landscape that I'm currently crawling across is not made out of voxels. And would be correct. And yes, as we've gone on and built the platform, one of the pieces of feedback that we really do continuously get from people is that they find it difficult to build out space, to build out landscapes. And so, because of that, we spent some time building what, initially is a terrain system, but actually, in terms of kind of the underpinnings of it, it can be used for a lot of other things. And I think that we will see people building many more types of objects using this stuff than just landscapes. It's still in development, so although I think we're pretty close there in terms of how the tools work. I think people are getting some great results now when they're building. We still got a bit more work before we can get that out and ship it. But yeah, it's super fun, and it's also really, really fun and fast to build with. And you can just sketch things out. And our plan is to ship that across all devices. So didn't mention it earlier, but all of the editors work on all devices. So you can do some form of editing even on a phone. We hope to bring more kind of logic editing to those devices. So yeah, you can be in multiplayer on a phone. You can be in multiplayer on an iPad. Whoop, whoop. And desktops, everybody can edit together. And we want to have this terrain editing be the same thing. Yeah, this is a kind of a slow game with the idea is to kind of like crawl up this hill. And if you go directly up the hill, just like with a real 4x4, you're going to get kind of stuck. So you need to go sideways a bit. That's fun. And you know what? Just like everything else, I think what we should do is I think we should just grab some other people and we can all play together. So I don't know how to get this. I'm still going to post into Twitch chat. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, it's still complaining about verifying my account when I'm not. I don't think you want to watch me verify my account, so I'll place it to Chris to see if you can do some magic and get it in the chat. But yeah, you can. I think one of the things that's really fun about something is, somebody made this Jeep, and somebody else made the landscape, and somebody spawned a Jeep on my Jeep. Oh no, terrible. Wait for me to. Oh, it's happening. Happening. Get out my Jeep. Get in my Jeep. Yeah, when you're making user-generated stuff, it is sometimes very easy to make something that doesn't work. What I'm going to do is, with my power, is I'm going to restart the game. The power of the gods. Okay, now don't, one at a time, everybody. Okay, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Don't drive into me. Don't drive now. Come back here. Don't drive off. Come back here. Come back here. Don't drive off. Line up. Line up. Line up. We'll line up. Line up. Okay, line up. Now, we're gonna play a game, and the game is called whoever gets to the top of the mountain first is the winner. Don't stop. Get back. Sync. Who is it? Comet Rain, you're about 2 centimeters over the start line here. So let's be fair. Okay, I'm going to do a countdown, and then everyone's going to start at the same time. Now, to make this fair, because there is a stream delay, I'm going to wait until I see everybody else moving. Okay, I feel like that's fair. Okay. Into the Wonderful. Oh yeah, man. Right, I'm going to have to listen to that today. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that delay is insane. Wow. You can hear some music going. I don't know what's happening. There's music coming from somewhere. Is it in the game? I don't understand. I'm confused. Okay, let's see what's happening. Who's in the Bradley. Oh, okay, here we go. I don't know who's in the lead. What is now this is the bit where it gets difficult, right? Because the trucks can't climb directly up. Now I'm gonna President Cheese is really losing it. Okay. Bradley, this is so dangerous. We're right near the edge of the map. Bradley's giving it some. Sync is giving it some. Oh, President Cheese. Oh, rip. Are you respecting the chat for President Cheese? He was a good developer. Oh, here. I was busy berating President Cheese. I think, though, there's a secret path. I think there's another path, which is this way. And so, yeah, just to talk about what's happening behind the scenes here, we actually don't have a physics engine. I think, when you think about making video games in general, I think people often think about rigid body physics as, some kind of solution to all or many problems. But I do think that when you think about like wanting to have custom behaviors in games and custom movement, that often, doing that via a rigid body simulation can be, more complex than just writing code to do it. I think we can do this, DMM. Believe that we can do it. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a good. I'm really feeling good about this one. Okay, and I think that just writing some code with that kind of takes some inputs and does what you want can often be better than I mean, is this physically accurate? Is it possible to drive? Stop. Oh no. Okay. Well, I feel like we're being stream sniped here. You know, I feel like we could have won, but whoever this person is, Bradley, is Brad, as we like to call him. Look at this though. Look at this though. Look at this though. All right, I won. I'm just saying I won. I didn't see anybody else up there. You know, it's not a competition, but if it were a competition, if it well, they're off the end. If it were a competition, we would have won. BMM plus Bobby D for the win. So yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of fun to be had in building simple things, and I think that especially with game jams, one of the things that really people struggle with a lot is just scope. You know, it's like how to make something small enough. You know, I've been making games a long time. I think 24 years professionally, and I think the core of most games is pretty small. So I think this movement model on this car, this is giving us a huge amount of fun in this little experience here. Oh man, what is going on? It's chaos. It's total chaos. So yeah, I mean, my advice for Global Game Jam in general, but also for just building games on any platform or any engine, is to try and reduce it to the absolute core of what you can get down to. Think about Mario games, Pokemon games, Zelda. They're all at their core, quite simple. Now, of course, you still need to execute well. Oh, look, there's a high frequency outline being created. You still need to execute well, but I think that starting with that really small core is really key to being able to build something that feels coherent, successful. What is this person? Wait a minute. Side quest time. What is this? What's this person look like? Oh, I see. Look at this. Biggie, what does it say? Let me try and get this name right. Biggie Greer. Biggie Greer. Check it out. Look at their own custom head. Oh. Is this my car? Slowly falling off the world. See you later. Oh well. It was a great car, but everything comes to an end at some point. Okay. Well, I feel bad leaving now, but have fun. Have fun building this. Oh, Bradley's car is now a monster truck. Things are going badly for Bradley. Yeah, so we've covered multiplayer building, putting things in a game from templates, throwing things in. We've covered just bashing stuff together and not worrying too much about it. We've covered like proper code editing, and the kind of things you can do to have scripts collaborate together without having to have them know about each other. We've looked at some different kinds of games. We looked at first-person game, Terminal Junction. This is another really great one to look at if you want to just see some differences here. There's nothing like a live demo to get some fear going. Now, I know for a fact there are some people in our community who can complete these courses in this game faster than me by about 5 seconds. Part of the fun of playing games is just playing them right. So I think we should have a go. This is a game that's got a jetpack movement. So again, the player in this game is just an entity, just like any other entity. And it's got this kind of movement script, which makes it feel like a jetpack. You can see this little icon thing on my screen that kind of shows you where you're going to go. when you will be. It's predicting the future. Just like that Greek goddess who could see the future but not affect it. If you know the name of that person, put it in chat. Yeah. So, you know, that was not a, oh, look, I got the fastest time on this course. Nobody here in chat or in anywhere else is going to go faster than me. Oh no. Somebody who's faster than me just came past me. Okay. So this is the hard course, which is way more difficult. Yeah. So, you know, this game, you know, is a completely different game. It's a jetpack racing game. And this game, you know, the thing that's making it different is just the code on the player. And that player is just an entity like anything else. And so you can just make yourself a new player template. Oh no. So slow at this one. Help, help, help. You can make yourself a new player template and change the entire way the game works. Okay, let's go through here. And then where is it? Through here. Okay. If I get around this course without dying, I'm going to count that as a win. Okay, where are we going? Oh, through here. Round, down. Where now? Finish? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to, oh, narrowly avoided dying there. But now we should die. Yeah. So this game, you know, is remixable. You can go and just check out how this works. Have a look. The version I'm playing here, you know, the reason why there's people in here, right, is that I'm playing like the version that's on the front page. But if you make your own remixable version, then that's your own private version, just to mess around with these in single player or in multiplayer. Another really great looking game is Chase Heroes. It's super cute. One thing it does is it squashes the player. So we've got this, like, what we'd call, I suppose, a chibi character like this. And this is like just a multiplayer obstacle course. And as you've seen, you know, with what we've been doing earlier, it's really simple to build a course like this, to take something like this course and remix it. This is a really fun looking thing. I've got a version of this I can show you some edits on. Chase type. Here we go. Oh, I've been ignoring chat completely. Let me see. Did anybody ask any questions? If you asked a question and I ignored you, ask it again. OMG, the music. Is there a producer behind the scenes? Yeah, Jeep Club. That sounds like fun. I want to be part of Jeep Club. There's 30 people in your town who just have Jeeps and drive them around. That sounds good. I'll be part of Jeep Club. I fell off the world. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you do fall off the world, but then, you know, you got to get right back on the world and carry on. Such a cool look. Ha ha. Giant Brad. Deborah. Boopity boop. Boopity boop. I don't know where that music came from. Somebody put some music on. It's like, I feel like I'm not in control of the world. Okay. This is a version of this game, Chase Heroes, that I remixed. I'm gonna jump out. Yeah, you know, you can easily just, like, you know, make parts of a course, right? Change it around like this. Often when I've played this game with people, they really struggle with this bit here. So, you know, just make the game easier. Easy path. And maybe we can put some, like, extra stars up there for people who are hardcore. I'm gonna go past these moons and these rainbows, hardcore rainbow moon players. This whole jewel face person out. Yeah, lots of different things. Boink. That you can do. And yeah, you can just click any of these things and see how they're implemented. This has just got a little spin thing on it, right? Pretty simple. It's just spinning around. Not much to it. And I think because of the kind of basic multiplayer aspect of Stop Big Bang, where you can just like throw a link out there and jump in, you can make something like this, pretty trivially, and just jump in with your friends. Like it's not going to be as polished as this the instant you make it, but I think it's quite easy to get started. And this game's really fun because it has this finishing area up here. If you've ever played Chase Heroes before, behind the scenes stuff. And you can see the whole course, which is cute. And then it's got this finishing podium and a little finishing area up here. Cute stuff. Some cannons to shoot confetti over the other people who are not finished yet. Maybe that would be seen as nice, or maybe not. Okay. We've got Capture the Doodle. It's like Capture the Flag. Let me see if there's other types of games that might be interesting to look at. Oh yeah, this city skyline thing, that's been made by McFunky Pants. McFunky Pants has got fireworks that they just made. So this one's kind of interesting because it's just a black screen, and when you click, it makes a firework. And I think that's a good thing to show, because often people think that you have to have a player character, or you have to have a first-person camera or something. But in fact, the game engine is very flexible, and you can just build something that doesn't have anything in it. So yeah, you don't need to you don't need to build something which looks like another game for any particular reason. Let's see, Metal Rush. So this game, I'm sure there's a game he's making. 2D game template, Metal Rush logo. It's probably not ready for prime time. He probably doesn't want it to be streamed. Let's have a look. 2D game. Yeah, this Planets one is super fun as well. Just a little view of the world. Let's get off the sun. Neptune, Earth, Mercury. You're not so big, Jupiter. Or maybe you're quite big. Saturn. Yeah, you can be much more abstract. You don't necessarily need to build something which is like, oh, it's a video game. You can build something which is way more abstract. The game template, is this the one that's just nothing? Sure. Sure it is. Cool stream, bro. Oh, this is fun. Toboggan ride with pugs. Is this the one that's like a endless world? I should show some of that stuff as well, actually. Can you get audio signals? Can you sync it with the music? Oh, what is going on? I've not played this since it had all these trees in it. OMG. What is happening? What? Look at it. This is crazy. Can you get the... Oh, my Funky Banks is in here. Oh no, I've been found out. I've been found out showing Funky Pants' games. Well, I don't know. They're listed on the website. What can I say? Doink doink. Look at this. This is too cute. I feel like my legs are going to be somewhat sore after this ride. Whoop. But the pugs seem to be way more chilled out than I am. This. Made it publish mode for you. Okay. So we're getting some interactive chat interactions. Back out. Let's go and find the Metal Rush prototype. Reload this page. Here it is. Okay, for the first time ever, Metal Rush made by Funky Pants. Yeah, check out this game. Is it going to work first time? I don't know. It's got a logo. Metal Rush. I suppose that's what the reference is. Get out the way, tank. Yep. So you can build 2D stuff as well as 3D stuff. This is a bit of a cheat here. Well, I shouldn't say it's a cheat. I should say it's a inventive way of using the engine that Funky Pants has been working on. They've got a prototype of this, a little template of this 2D game, and then this game here. This feels good. Metal Rush. Feels, for some reason, I feel like I want to get into a small tank. Has a lot of personality. This, I have a feeling that perhaps we reached the end. Should we jump into the void? Okay, let's go. This is another time to tell me what to do, chat. Should we jump into the void and find out what's below? Leap of faith? Or should we just look at another game? Metal Rush. Shotgun. +5 already for jumping into the void. Shotgun. Heavy machine gun. Okay. We're maybe going to get some voiceover for this game. That's being organized right now in chat. I made Y less than 0 impossible. So it's an invisible. Okay. Well, it looks like people want me to leap into the void. So let's go. Whoa! Oh. Oh, that was such a anticlimax. But look at this, though. Bop, bop. One of the only Big Bang games with crouching. New crouching technology. Oh, jump and crouch. That's the classy move. That's the Counter-Strike move for getting into vents. Jump, crouch. Boink, boink. Okay, this is going to get my approval. Like, and I'm going to say, this game is super cool. Exclamation point. Boop. Did I just delete that? What an amazing demonstration of this product. / engine / tool. Super cool. Let's hyphenate correctly. We don't want to not hyphenate. I'm going to sneeze, by the way, so just... And I don't know how to mute. Oh, no. I'm going to sneeze, and I don't know how to mute. Oh, you know, this stream is so much fun because the host of the stream, Tim Collins, just muted me so that you didn't have to hear my sneeze. A pro streamer is on the stream when the sneezing involved. Okay, so yeah, you can come to .bigbang.com. You can make stuff. Sometimes people say, can you put your game on itch.io? You can put your game on itch.io. You can embed your game with a tiny little bit of HTML in itch.io, and it will play. Super fun. But I feel like we're kind of coming to the end of our time together. Did somebody tell me what the quick start game is called now? Did I get that through some channel? Let me see. I want to change my player. I always feel this screen always feels super relaxing to me, like with the little flowers there. It's a good place just to chill out. Maybe change something. What should we change? Accessories. Well, I don't know what's going to happen though. I should never have done it. I made a mistake. My head's gone all blue. Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes your head does go blue. Global Game Jam hat, though. Boop. I think it's because I've got a custom head. I think that's what happened. I think it's like, I don't understand your head. No, look at that double head. There, that's better. Let's find the version of my head that's green. There you go. That's weird. Or let's just become like a super cyborg robot. Unicorn, snake. Oh, this is great. This is solid. Okay. If anybody has any questions that I haven't answered, and to be fair, I haven't answered pretty much any questions. So, there are many questions that I haven't answered. Scripting examples and tips. Okay, scripting examples and tips. Let's go back. And environment examples and tips. Let's find them. Oh, no, that was wrong. Scripting examples and tips. Oh, look at this, though. Look at this. Bradley's coming from behind with many remixes of this game. Wow. Very impressive. Very good. This is the original, I believe. Yeah, so this is really cool for Global Game Jam, because what this is showing you is basically everything that's in the engine and what it can do, and you can kind of jump between all of the bits and pieces here, right? So it's a game to tell you how to make the games. So we've got send event, which we were talking about earlier. We can jump on the button and fire a rocket. Boom. That's a serious rocket. So the button sending an event to the rocket launcher, which is firing the rocket. And you could replace that rocket launcher with something else that also took the same event, and that would work. And then we've got spawning stuff, spawning templates, and templates are these kind of prefab type things that we've talked about. You can wrap up all of the functionality of your entity. Then we've got send message, which is a way to send network events to other peers. Easy. You can do two different ways of doing that. You can be like server peer or peer-to-peer. Which one you choose. The peer-to-peer one is often simpler, but then people can cheat. Maybe it doesn't matter. Spatial audio, spatialized audio works super well, but the audio isn't coming from the game into this stream, so we'll skip it. This is a particle system. Turning on with this button. Transform and position stuff. So yeah, you can move stuff around with scripts. And each of these things in this level have a script that's commented that's showing you how things work. It's talking about network synchronization. This is talking about input. So you can see that these things are also responding to the input in addition to my player. These guys are cute. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. This is using the noise, 2D noise stuff that we put in recently, made by somebody on our team called Lily. And that lets you do like really nice, smooth noise in a really simple way. We've also got some seedable random number generators, which you don't normally get in JavaScript or TypeScript. And so you want to do some random procedural stuff. That's all great. And did we get back to the start yet? Oh, this is some UI stuff. UI voxel object. UI text. Yeah, so one game with trying to cover as much as possible of the engine and platform. This is really fun. It's called Scripting Example Tips. Scripting Example and Tips. And then there's also one for just building environments with hints and tips for doing that. So let's take a quick look. Tips. Yeah, template examples and tips. Examples and tips. Here, did I find it? Environment, examples and tips. But I think a lot of people made this. So we're going to need to go back. Back. I'm sure that this remix button should let us do it. That's what we should be doing. But you know, I'm still looking for it. This is the content that you tuned in for. I know that. Heather Control Z. I just need to find something by Heather. That's what I need to find. And I think there's going to be a lot, so I'm not worried. But maybe I am worried. Okay. I am going to quickly find something. These are all made by Summer. Okay. This is the first part of this. I'm going to say this is the first part of the stream that I would tune out for. So I apologize. Please disconnect right now. Okay, let's find it. Snow. Maybe something to do with snow. Snow test. Snowy cabin. Snow stuff. Giant snowball. Ashley made a snowball. Snow world. It's snowing. I'm never going to find it. Okay, and let's just go for environment. And I'm just going to play the first one, and hopefully this person remixed it in a cool way. Yep, so this one is Heather on our team, Punkarella, showing you everything about how to build levels. And I'm going to remix the remix so I can show you some things about how that works. We've got a couple of minutes left. Yeah, so everything here, like these 3 circles, you know, Heather's explaining that these are the spawn points in the game, and this is where the player starts. And then everything else about building worlds is laid out across this world. So everything here about how to build stuff out, how we have got all of these examples, all of this work here. So yeah, finally, if you want to build something using .Big Bang, or you know somebody who might want to build something using .Big Bang for Global Game Jam, please, you know, come and hang out with us on Discord. We're there pretty much 24 hours a day, and that is .bigbang.com Discord. And if you want to build using .Big Bang, you can just come and sign up today and start making stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for your time and patience with my nascent streaming skills. I think I'm done. I don't know how I get out of here. I'm like an old person stuck in IKEA. Oh, the person after me bailed, so feel free to go longer. Longer. Okay. Longer. I feel like this stream has been an epic journey. So yeah. Okay. Well, then maybe I'll show a couple more things, and then we'll go.
Go for it. Thank you.
Okay. So the person after me bailed. I mean, is that common with streamers? I don't want to comment on streamers. I don't want to comment on streamers as a group of people. Some of my best friends are streamers. But you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're flaky. Okay, so we've got another couple of minutes. I'm not going to bore you to death with a whole bunch more stuff, but I've got 2 things I want to do. One is come and hang out with us in Discord if you want to build stuff, or if you know somebody who wants to build stuff, come and hang out with us in Discord. We've got tons of resources there, people to help you if you have a specific problem. Also, you know, you don't need to know how to make games to come and hang out on our Discord. You don't need to know how to code. Like, we are super happy to help you if you've never made anything before and you just want to throw some stuff together and you want to say, oh, I've got this idea, how do I do it? Those are great questions. We've got creators of all skill levels, going from like super beginner all the way up to people who've professionally shipped games, using things in a building stuff. So yeah, there's never a question which is too small or too large. And then for Global Game Jam itself, people on the team are going to be jamming across the weekend when it happens. And yeah, I mean, you can come and hang out, jump into their games, see what they're building, just like we've been doing today. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. And I feel like there's going to be some really cool stuff built. Last year we had some really awesome games, and this year, yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting in there and seeing what people make. So I don't know. I feel like I should go out the way I came in with my ukulele. So let me find it. Yeah. So I actually learned to play the ukulele to stop myself going insane singing my kids to bed every night. And then during the pandemic, I taught myself to play the guitar. When I say taught myself to play the guitar, I mean I can play 5 chords. But what is music? So yeah, please, if you want to build stuff with Big Bang for Global Game Jam, and I am going to leave now because I feel like 2 hours of streaming is as much as my tiny brain can possibly survive. So yeah, thanks very much, everybody. See you next time.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. That was a great stream. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you head over to .bigbang.com and check out all the awesome content that they have prepared for us on for Global Game Jam, their hub world that they've set up. Start making stuff, learn the tools, use it for Global Game Jam, make some great games that they'll be featuring everything that, there's some of the games that get made during the jam on their own streams, playing through them, featured them on social media. You can get yourself a little promotion there and learn some more from the folks over on the Big Bang Discord, the Global Game Jam Discord, wherever you hang out and chat with other developers during the jam. So yeah, the next segment was going to be cubes. They had to postpone that though until Thursday, where we'll see them, and then we might have another presenter coming up shortly. Otherwise, we'll be back in about an hour.